Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Weather Experience YouTube channel. I'm weather enthusiast Spencer. Now, I've been gone for a while because I finished my recent summer classes at my college, so now I have more free time to film. So let's get into today. So to start, today is July 28th, 2020, and let's start by taking a look at the weather map here. Um, yeah, you can see there's bit of thunderstorms going on in the southeast, especially because there's a surge of moisture. So let's turn off the national radar and let's take a look at some of the warnings. So if we zoom in here into Texas, tropical funnel clouds are possible through this afternoon. The combination of light winds and abundant tropical moisture will make the atmosphere favorable for the development of weak tropical funnels today. So most of these funnel clouds will be short-lived and will usually will not touch the ground. Um, so if we zoom in here, you can actually see there is a tornado warning for northeastern Brooks County and deep South Texas. So at 2:40 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Airport Road Addition, moving northwest at 15 miles per hour. So it's the radar indicated rotation. Um, so that's why the tornado warning was issued. Um, and remember, there's still flash flood watches that remain in effect for southern Texas. And this was due to the passing of Hurricane Hannah, as she was a Category 1 hurricane a few days ago. So the combination of lingering high moisture levels and weakness in the mid-level flow following Tropical Depression Hannah will lead to scattered showers and thunderstorms today. Um, with waterlogged soils from the very recent rainfall and flooding, any heavier showers or thunderstorms could result in a concern for additional isolated flash flooding. So a flash flood watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. for this area in southern Texas today. Again, it's the middle of summer, so it's hot outside. So in the desert southwest, um, we have air quality alerts. Um, we had excessive heat warnings over here a few weeks ago as well. If we go up and towards Washington and Oregon, even parts of Idaho, we have a heat advisory in effect. So high temperatures in the mid 90s to low hundreds are possible until 8 p.m. Friday. Down here in the parts of Oregon, east of Portland, temperatures between 99 and 106 are expected. Temperatures may reach locally near 110 degrees, so it's going to be pretty warm around here. We have red flag warnings for fire danger, so definitely got to keep an eye out on the lookout for fires. All right, moving on. We just have a few more flash flood watches across parts of Oklahoma, southeastern Louisiana, and southwestern South Dakota. Um, Over here across the I-95 corridor, we have heat advisory. It's going to be another toasty couple of days. We have some severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for parts of North Carolina and Virginia. Um, so let's check down here in the tropics. So this is for Puerto Rico. They have some advisories out, and I'll get into the tropics next to explain why. Alright guys, so looking at the tropics here over the Atlantic Ocean, we can see we have now potential tropical cyclone 9. This is as of Tuesday, July 28th, 2020. Um, and so looking at this, so they named it a potential tropical cyclone 9 because there's a 90% chance of development um, over the next 5 days. So here's the potential track right now. So you can see it's right here. So there's tropical storm winds. This is the wind field of potential tropical cyclone 9. So for the Greater Antilles, they have tropical storm warnings posted for the arrival of the system. Over in the Dominican Republic, they have tropical storm watches, and it's not supposed to be forecasted to be a hurricane, but this is just going to be something to keep an eye on. We can take a look at the current satellite imagery of this storm. So it's approaching the Leeward Islands, just east of it. There's a little convection out here. Yeah, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. So right now it has winds of 40 miles per hour. It's moving pretty fast at 23 miles per hour to the west. Its pressure is 1,007 millibars, and right now it is 510 miles east-southeast of the Leeward Island. And so this is as of 1 hour ago, as I'm filming. And you can see here's the track, so it comes off from the Cape Verde Islands, which is where most tropical waves and tropical systems originate from. So here's the past track of the system. So it was 92L not too long ago. It was recently named potential tropical cyclone 9. So it's forecasted to move over Guadalupe, Montserrat, Antigua, and Barbuda. Even in Puerto Rico. So in parts of northern Haiti and the Dominican Republic, parts of Cuba, Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, and potentially southeastern Florida later on. But by the time it reaches the U.S., it has winds of 50 miles per hour. So it's not going to be that strong of a system. Alright, the next thing I want to look at is this page. So this is the HWRF forecast guidance for current active storms. Now I really like this page. I know some meteorologists on the Weather Channel that use this. So right now we have the remaining of Douglas after it was a major hurricane as it passed by Hawaii in the Pacific Ocean. And then again we have potential tropical cyclone 9 in the Atlantic. Let's take a look at 9. And this is a fun little product to look at once it loads. So let's just give this a sec real quick. So you can see here is the rainfall potential, and then here's the 10-meter winds. Wow, so let's take a look at the wind swath here. So this blue line right here where the X's are, this is where potential tropical cyclone 9 is forecasted to be. You can see the winds are going to stay off the coast, so 64 to 83 knot winds are going to be off the coast of Florida as it turns this way potentially. You can check the forecasted rain. So it looks like a lot of 4 to 8 and even areas of 8 to 16 in the lighter yellow colors are possible as it's forecasted to track off the coast of Florida. So Florida can expect about an inch of rain, even parts of southern South Carolina and southeastern Georgia, maybe. So let's take a look at the track. So most of the models are fairly in agreement of where it's gonna track. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna be too strong of a system, but just again something that we need to keep an eye on. That's for sure. Alright, the next thing I thought we would take a look at today is the U.S. Drought Monitor. So this was released on July 23rd, 2020. This data is valid as of July 21st. And so you can see the southwestern part of the U.S. is definitely experiencing some drought, as well as parts of the Northeast and parts of the Midwest. The Southeast just a little bit in Georgia and Florida. But good news is for potential tropical cyclone 9 is Puerto Rico, that is in the pathway, is experiencing some drought. So let's take a look. So you can see areas of severe drought. No areas of extreme drought yet, but we have severe drought and moderate drought and abnormally dry areas across Puerto Rico. So there's 2.3 million people in the population-wise in the drought areas. So hopefully they'll get some rain out of this system. So we'll just have to see. So one of the few last things I want to take a look at today um, is the National Weather Service forecasts. So today you can see across the majority of the U.S. is going to be in the upper 80s, 90s, and even the 110s in parts of the desert southwest, which is normal this time of year. You can see in the Rockies it's going to be cooler, which that is expected because they're mountains. Um, so let's take a look. So let's first start out by looking at the southwest. So you can see around Phoenix it's going to be 112. It's going to be 87 or 70 depending where you are around San Diego. Um, yeah, it's going to be warm in the Sierra Nevadas. Um, wow, 114 looks like on the border of California and Arizona. It's definitely going to be toasty. Um, that is for sure. If we take a look at the Midwest, we can see today is going to be a pretty warm day. Across to Missouri, it's going to be mid 80s to almost 90 degrees around Kansas City. Des Moines, Iowa, it's going to be like 87. Around Chicago, it's going to be 87. Um, let's see what else. Around Traverse City, Michigan, it's going to be 77. Milwaukee, it's going to be 84. Indianapolis, it's going to be around 88. St. Louis, it's going to be around 90. So 87 to 90. So yeah, it's going to be pretty toasty in the Midwest. Let's see the future of 48-hour rainfall as expected. Um, so you can see not a whole lot of rain is expected. Maybe definitely across Missouri, you'll start getting some heavier totals. So 2 inches to 2.5 inches is possible in southwestern Missouri over the next 2 days. Um, Again, around northern Illinois, about 0.2 inches, so not a whole lot of rain is forecasted, so that's some good news. Um, let's take a look at the southeast and what is expected. Yeah, so about an inch, inch and a half. Around Atlanta, they're expecting about an inch. Across Florida and Orlando, maybe like half an inch. Yeah, so not a whole lot of rain over the next 2 days. So that will be good. We take a look at the desert southwest. Yeah, they're not forecasting any rain hardly across the whole state of California, Nevada, Arizona. They have a little bit of rain. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty dry. Um, so that's good. Let's take a look at the northeast forecast. Yeah, so not a whole lot of rain, just about another uh zero point 0.2 inches to 0.5. So yeah, not a whole lot again. Alright, and so to end today's video, I just want to end with a look at the live severe weather map of all the severe warnings that are currently in effect across the U.S. So again, in parts, so we have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings, we have 1 tornado warning, and 3 special marine warnings. So if we take a look at the tornado warning, again, it's in parts of southern Texas. It's radar indicated by rotation. It's capable of producing a tornado. If we take a look at the severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect, they're again in parts of North Carolina and Virginia, and one up in, it looks like Massachusetts, or actually Connecticut, sorry. Um, so yeah, not too busy right now, severe weather-wise. Then again, we have the special marine warnings that are in effect. Um, so in the waters by Massachusetts and Connecticut and Rhode Island. Um, Louisiana and Florida for thunderstorms. And so yeah, this ends today's video. So I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, consider dropping a like, subscribing, post notifications on if you want to stay in the loop. I appreciate that. And again, thank you for watching.